Can you read this? Can you read this? This one, or even this? Looks confusing, right? Don't worry. Watch this video till the end. I promise you, by the end of this session, these unfamiliar outlines will start making sense, and you'll actually be able to read them. Hello and welcome to the session 9 of Learning Gregg Shorthand. By now, we have covered most of the basics of Gregg Shorthand, but there's still more, and this part is what really builds your reading and writing confidence. In this session, we'll focus on right motion and left motion, how circles are written between straight strokes, how circles behave between opposite curves, when to place circles outside angles, when to place circles inside curves. So let's get into it. This is session number 9. In this session, first of all, we'll understand the writing motion, in which we write these characters. For example, this is horizontal oval, this is another horizontal oval, and if we divide them from the center, we have 4 shapes. One, this is G character. Another, this is L sound, L character. This one becomes K and this one becomes R. So if you see, this is not the direction of writing. Obviously, we write English from, or shorthand for that matter, from left to right, left towards right. But this is motion. This is motion. When we form this oval, where do we start this L? We start it from here. So we call L and R. Both of them, what do we call them? This becomes right and this becomes left. So these become left motion strokes. And what about these two? This is G and this is K. These are right motion strokes. So now we have understood the writing motion. Where do we apply this? We apply when we have to make the use of vowels in Gregg Shorthand. If you remember in the session 2 of learning Gregg Shorthand, you see we learned about 12 sounds of vowels. If you remember, there were 12. This was the short sound, right? This was the medium sound, and how do we show it? By a dot. And this was the longer sound of A vowel, right? First, I'll explain why A is written like this and why E is written like this. This is the E of English language. So if I cut this part from this A and cut this part from E, what are we left with? This becomes A and this becomes E. Okay, so this is where we get these two vowels from. Okay, now moving to E, we had 3 sounds: shorter E, then we had medium E, and then we have longer E. If you don't understand these concepts, please go to the session 2 to understand these vowels. Now, first rule is how circles are written between straight strokes. For example, this is M, this is N, this is T, and this is D. How do circles behave with these strokes, with these curves? Okay, so what do we do is, at the beginning, as I already told you, this becomes like right motion, and if we have to add at the end of this, we can make it like this. Okay, remember these are two cases from the beginning. If we have to write it in the beginning, we make this motion, and if we have to add it at the end, we make this motion. Okay, if this is D, then this is E and this is T. This becomes det. Okay, as of now, understand this. This is det. In the same way, if we have to write deed, how do we do this? D and then E sound and then D again. Okay, so this becomes the longer sound, D E D, deed, right side. Okay, in the same way, if this was M, we make it like this. Okay, M and N, N and M. For example, this is name, we make it here. This is N, this is M. Okay, this is A. So this becomes the name. If we have to show main, this is M, A, and then N. So where do we add this? Below it, right motion, right? Here again, right motion. Okay, I think this is clear now. Up to here, this is clear. Okay, now you will feel a difference here. If this is L and this is E, and in the same way we have G and E. What did we do? We added this circle inside of if this is an elliptical figure, we added it inside the curve. Here we added it inside the curve, right? So this is the rule, remember this. So for R and L, same rules apply. Okay, this circle will become always inside of the stroke. If you are going like this, this becomes easy to make a circle. In the same way, if we are following it like this, this becomes easy to make the circle inside this figure. Okay, moving to the another concept, when to place circles outside angles. For example, we have curves of the same nature, for example K and K. Now we have to add A in between. What do we do? K and then we make A and then K. This becomes cake. So this becomes cake. Okay, but I have to show it by drawing a dash beneath this A. Okay, if I have to show rear, how to show this? This is R, then E, and then R, rear. Okay. Now we'll learn how circles behave between opposite curves. For example, this is K and this is R. Now we have to make a circle in between. For example, K and then E and then R. How do we make it? First we'll make K, then we'll draw this E outside K, and then we'll continue R. So we'll make it like this. In the same way, if we have to make K and L, then we have to make we have to add an A. How do we do this? K, first K, then we have to make A and then L. Okay. If we have R and G sound, we have to make a rag. What about that? First we'll make R, then outside of R we have to make A, then continue G. Now you know this is what? This is A, and which sound? Longer sound, A sound. This is not A or A, this is A and this is R. This becomes air. This is A and this is G sound, ag, but we have this dot, so this becomes hag. What is this? Hag. In the same way, this is H, this is A, but we have ha, ha sound here, hack, and this is K. This becomes hack. What is this? This is A sound, A, and this is L. This is E, L-E. And what is this? A-R-A. This becomes array. What is this? K and E. So this becomes key. What is this? This is R and A. Ray. What is this? This is lay. What is this? This is A sound. Ale. What is this? Longer sound. Ache. This is what? K. K character. This is A, then R, then E. What does this become? Airy. What is this? If you don't have anything below this E or A, then this becomes the shorter sound. What is this? Ill. What about this? This is E, and then this is K, and this is the longer one, right? This becomes eek. Eek. And what is this? Again key. Same as this one. Okay. I think this one is clear now. Let's take the second one. What is this? This is the longer sound. This becomes A, and this is M. This becomes aim. This is A, longer one, and then this is T. This becomes 8 or EIGHT 8. You can use for both of these. Okay. Now what we have? This is A, and then we have D. But we don't have anything below this, so this becomes shorter sound, as in mat sound. A. If this is A, then we have D. What does this become? Add. In the same way, we have the longer sound of E. This becomes E and then T. Eat. Okay. What about this one? This is H sound because we have a dot over here. This is not below. Below we have a dash. This becomes a longer sound of E. This becomes eat. But we have a dot over here. This becomes H. So this is heat. Okay. Now in the same way we have what? Eed. This is D. This is T. This becomes eed. But we have a dot over here. This makes it H. So this is what? Heed. We have a dot here. So what does this become? What does this become? If this is H sound, and we have E sound but medium sound. So this is A sound. Add, but we have H, so this becomes head. The difference between the two, there is a dot, there is a dash. Okay. Now we have A sound, longer sound of A. This becomes A, and this is T. This becomes at, but we have dot, so this becomes hat. So I think this one is also clear now. What about this one? If this is D and this is again D, this becomes D, and then what? E sound. Because we don't have anything written below this E, so this becomes shorter sound. Did. What about this one? This is D. This is D, and this is there is nothing written below this A vowel, so this becomes the shorter sound of A vowel, like in mat. So D, A, D. So this becomes dad. In the same way, we have M, N, and the longer sound of E. This becomes mean. And what about this one? This is M, this is N, and we have a longer sound of A. This becomes main. Because we have three sounds, right? We have A sound of A vowel, we have A, we have A. So this is the longer one because we have a dash beneath this. In the same way, we have see there is a dot. There's a dot below this E. What does this become? Medium sound. So this becomes A. So this is R and A. So this is the rec. What is this? A rec. Okay, we have R and we have gay sound. So this becomes R and gay sound. But what is this? A. Because we don't have anything written below this. So this becomes mat, A sound. So rag. In the same way, what do we have here? This is L, this is K and longer sound of A. This is lake. In the same way, what do we have? We have K and then we have shorter sound of E. What is that? E. So this becomes kill. In the same way, we have this is K and this is K. We have an E joining them together. What does this become? We don't have anything below this E. So this becomes shorter sound. This becomes kick. If there was a dash below this E, this would have become kick. Okay. Now this is the longer sound of A, as in a game, name. So this becomes K-A-K, right? This becomes cake. What is this one? This is gay sound E and we have a dot. So this becomes a sound. E has three sounds, E, A, and E. So this is the middle one. So this becomes get, and then we have T. This becomes get, right? In the same way, we have K sound, and then longer sound of A vowel. That is as in game. This is K, A, and T. So this becomes gate. In the same way, we have K sound, then A sound, but which A sound? This is the medium one. But which sound? This is the medium one. That is the R sound. K, A, and then M. So this becomes R sound, calm. Okay. In the same way, we have make, Y. This is M. This is K, and this is longer sound of A. In the same way, we have M. This is M. This one is T, and we have medium sound of E. So this becomes met. This becomes made. M, D, and longer sound of A. In the same way, we have T, longer sound of E, and then we have M. This becomes team. This is what? R, longer sound of E, and then R. So this becomes rear. And what about this one? This is R, longer sound of E, and then N. So this becomes reen. Reem. And what about this one? This becomes R, and then shorter sound of E. So that is E. So re, and then M. So this becomes rim. What about this one? This is T, and then longer sound of A. A, and then L, tail. What is this? This is R, and then longer sound of A, ray, and then we have N, then we have E. So this becomes rainy. What about this one? This is D, this is M, this is R. So D, R, and then longer sound of E, D, R, E, and then M. Dream. I hope this is clear now. And we have the last one. So this one, This is R and then shorter sound of E and then T. So this becomes RIT. So this becomes RIT. Okay. In the same way we have R and then E and then D. So this becomes what? This becomes a red. We have a dot over here. So this becomes medium sound. What is the medium sound of E? Then that is A. Shorter sound is E, as in read. We have medium sound, that is A, as in net. So here we have R-E-D. So this becomes red. So that's what? D. Okay, this is again D. But we have a longer sound over here. This is R. This is longer sound of E, that is R, E and D. So what does this become? Read. What is this one? Longer sound of A. So this becomes, this is R, this is longer sound of A as in game. So R, A, Ray, and then T. So this becomes rate. Okay. Same, we have R, longer sound of A and D, raid. Okay. We have T and then E, E, shorter sound of E. So this becomes T, and then we have K, then we have K, tick, then we have E, but we have a dot over here. So this becomes not E, this becomes A sound, A and then T. So this becomes at, ticket. Same way we have T and then A and then K. So we don't have anything written below this. This becomes T, A and then K, tag. This becomes tag. But if we have to make it take, then we have to draw a dash below this. This becomes take now. Okay, we have take over here also. Now we have D and then we have second sound, medium sound of E, that is A, D, E and then K. So this becomes deck. I hope this one is also understood. So this is it for the session. I hope you understand how these circles are joined, either A or E, both how they are joined with the forward written consonant characters of Gregg Shorthand. I hope now you are familiar with right motion and left motion, and how circles are written between straight strokes, and how circles behave between opposite curves, and when to place circles outside angles, when to place circles inside curves. So share this video with the friends who are interested in learning Gregg Shorthand. If you have doubts, please leave a comment. I'll try my best to answer the questions or doubts. And subscribe to the channel for more such amazing videos. This is it for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next session.